plummeting. Sussex's popularity hit rock bottom in us as they fall into disfavor with new shock poll. The polling comes as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are based in California after quitting as working royals. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been dealt a blow as new polling suggests Americans would prefer Kate and Prince William as their king and queen if they were subjects of the British monarchy. The exclusive polls by the Democracy Institute for Express.co.uk found 60% of respondents would want the Princess of Wales to be Queen and 57% backed the Prince of Wales as King. However, former Suits actress Meghan was more popular than Queen consort Camilla, who was chosen by 14% of respondents. Meanwhile, Harry came behind King Charles, who received 31% of votes, but was in front of his disgraced uncle Prince Andrew on just 1%. The findings come as the Sussexes are living in the US after quitting royal duties 2 years ago. Commenting on the polls, director of the Democracy Institute, Patrick Basham, said, "Meghan Markle has, in terms of her status as a royal, how Americans view her as part of the royal family, she has two groups of supporters. She has your patriotic Americans, she's American, it could be anyone who's American, they would say they prefer her as queen, as we asked in the poll, than Kate for example." Mr. Basham said the larger group of her supporters are younger Americans who are woke. He added, "They see her as something of the poster royal for that. The fact she's American is a bonus, but they would choose someone with that profile and those views she espouses and ascribes to over someone who is American who had politically incorrect views. So that's where her support comes from. But in a poll like this she loses quite handsomely because Kate appeals to a very different type of American and there are far more of those." Jesus began with, "It is not difficult to pinpoint why Kate leads in popularity. And the first reason is one very easy to grasp, once you answer a very simple question: how many times have you heard Catherine talking on a video? I mean, any video, or clip that you've seen of her, how many times have you seen her talking? It's a strange question, right? But it's important to establish how perception or the perception of a person works. It's even more relevant if you try to remember the most striking or memorable moment of Kate. Did she need to talk, or was she talking, or giving a public speech during that moment you remember?" he asked. Moving on, the body language expert said, "Let's ask the same question about Meghan. It's much easier to remember all the times we have heard her talking, and to be fair, let's count only those times after she started her relationship with Harry. It's highly likely that the clips or videos from Meghan that were more impactful for you include some sort of speaking, or talking, because there are so many of them. And of course, it doesn't help that many times, what she has said has worked in the exact opposite of what she intended. The Duchess of Sussex is playing a dangerous game with the very people she desperately needs to keep on side in her pursuit of financial freedom from the royal family. Americans, who at first appeared to love the fact that one of their own had married into the monarchy, are now quickly turning on Meghan every time she opens her mouth and criticizes the very institution that gives her relevance. The United States may be more psychologically open and socially progressive than the fading empire, but the more the pair talk about what they suffered in England, the more it seems that's all Americans want to hear from them, Alyssa Rosenberg wrote. In truth, the only way for the Sussexes to build a truly new life, and have a wider impact on the causes they care about, is to stop making themselves the center of the story.